Go to John for Congress. Wow, 5,000 views. Damn it. 60 seconds left. He was gonna pop out on me, aren't you? All right, here we go. This is Rosamundi. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading magical poetry to defeat and unseat Darren LaHood, the super spender, super power, super taxer, COVID-19 vaccine liar, killer, murderer, fraudster, scammer, destroyer of our Constitution, we the people. Yeah! This is called Rosamundi. This is poetry to defeat Darren LaHood. This phone just fell out of the tripod. Here we go. Rose of the world, red glory of the secret heart of love, red flame, rose red, most subtly curled into its own infinite flower, all flowers above. It's flowered in its own perfumed passion, its faint sweet passion folded and furled in flower fashion, and my deep spirit taking its pure part of that voluptuous heart of hidden happiness. Arise, strong bow of the young child Eros, while the maddening moonlight, the memoried caress, stolen of the scented rose, stirs me and bids each racing pulse ache, bend into an agony of art, whose cry is ever rapture, and whose tears for their own purity's undivided sake, a molten dew as on the lotus leaves, silver coiled in the sun, into green girdled spheres, purer than all maidens dream and weaves, lies the unutterable beauty of the waters. Yea, arise, divinest dove of the Idalian, on your crimson wings and soft grey plumes bear me to yon cool shrine of that most softly spoken one, mine Aphrodite. Touch the imperfect strings, O thou immortal, throned above the moon, inspire a holy tune, lighter, lovelier than flowers and wine, offered in gracious gardens unto Pan, by any soul of man. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress leaves me moon-wrapped in waves of loveliness, all thine, O rose, O wrought of many a muse and music, O thou strength of ecstasy incarnate in a woman form, create of her own rapture infinite, ultimate, not to be seen, not grasped, not even imaginable, but known of one, by virtue of that spell of thy sweet will toward him, thou unknown, untouched, grave mistress of the sunlight throne, of thine own nature known, not even of me, but of some spark of woven eternity, immortal in this bosom. spender, superpower, super taxer, COVID-19 vaccine, liar, killer, murderer, fraudster, scammer, destroyer of our Constitution, we the people. Yeah! This is called Rosamund. This is poetry to defeat Darren Lloyd. This phone just fell out of the tripod. Here we go. Rose of the world, red glory of the secret heart of love, red flame, rose red, most subtly curled into its own infinite flower, all flowers above. It's flowered in its own perfumed passion, its faint sweet passion folded and furled in flower fashion, and my deep spirit taking its pure part of that voluptuous heart of hidden happiness. Arise, strong bow of the young child Eros, while the maddening moonlight, the memory caress, stolen of the scented rose, stirs me. It bids each racing pulse ache, bend into an agony of art, whose cry is ever rapture, whose tears for their own purity's undivided sake, a molten dew, as on the lotus leaves, silver coiled in the sun, into green girdled spheres, purer than all maidens dream and weaves, lies the unutterable beauty of the waters. Yea, arise, divinest dove of the Idalian, and your crimson wings and soft green plumes bear me to yon cool shrine of that most softly spoken one, mine, Aphrodite. Touch the imperfect strings, O thou immortal, throned above the moon, inspire a holy tune, lighter, lovelier than flowers and wine, offered in gracious gardens unto Pan by any soul. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress leaves me moon-wrapped in waves of loveliness. All thine, O rose, wrought of many a muse and music, O thou strength of ecstasy incarnate in a woman form, create of her own raptured infinite, ultimate, not to be seen, not grasped, not even imaginable, but known of one, the virtue of that spell, thy sweet will toward him, thou Kitover, reading magical poetry to defeat and unseat Darren Lloyd, the super spender, superpower, super taxer, COVID-19 vaccine, liar, killer, murderer, fraudster, scammer, destroyer of our Constitution, we the people. Yeah!
In Syria, which Obama never responded to the way he would and he should have. So he saw weakness in the West. He thought that the response would not be stronger than what was seen in 2014, when there was a bunch of strong words and fearless sanctions, weak sanctions.
Hey, Alicia Little here, and I'm excited to announce that the third annual AI and Marketing Summit is here. This is the AI Marketing Summit 2025.
Okay, this is poem reading number 2. Hello, my friend. We are reading poetry. Yeah. Here we go. This is round number 2. This is Magic Poetry read by candidate John Kitover to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District, a super borrower, a super spender, a super taxer, a COVID-19 vaccine, a liar, fraudster, scammer. Go to johnforcongress.com. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress leaves me moon-wrapped in waves of loveliness. O thine, O rose, O wrought of many a muse, in music, O thou strength of ecstasy, incarnate in a woman form, create of her own rapture, infinite, ultimate, not to be seen, not grasped, not even imaginable, but known of one, by virtue of that spell of thy sweet will toward him, thou unknown, untouched, grave mistress of the sunlight throne of thine own nature, known not even of me, but of some spark of woven eternity, immortal in this bosom, phosphor paled, and in the grey upstarted, the dread veiled, rose light of dawn, sun shapen shone thy spears of love forth darting into myriad spheres, which I, the poet, called this light, that flower, this knowledge, that illumination, power this and love that, in vain, until thy beauty dawned, or beauty to distilled into one drop of utmost dew, one name, choral as floral, one thin, subtle flame, fitted to a shaft of love, to pierce, to endue my trance-wrapped spirit with the avenue, perfect pleasures, radiating far, up and up yet to where thy sacred star burned in its brilliance. Thence the storm was shed, passion of great calm about this head no more of poets, since the dream of beauty gathered close into a stream of tingling light, and gathering ever force from thine own love, its unextended source became the magic utterance that makes me, dissolving self into the starless sea, that makes one lake of molten joy, one pond, steady as light and hard as diamond, one drop, one atom of constraint intense, of elemental passion scorning sense, all the concentrated music that is I. Oh, hear me not, I die. I am borne away in misery of dumb life, that would in words flash forth the holiest heaven, that to the immortal God of gods is given, and tongue-tied stammers forth my wife. I am dumb with rapture of thy loveliness. All meters match and mingle, all words tire, all lights, all sounds, all perfumes, all gold stress of the honey palate, all soft strokes expire in abject agony of broken sense. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress Poetry read by candidate John Kitover to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, a super borrower, a super spender, a super taxer, a COVID-19 vaccine, a liar, fraudster, scammer. Go to johnforcongress.com. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress leaves me moon-wrapped in waves of loveliness. O thine, O rose, O wrought of many a muse, in music, O thou strength of ecstasy, incarnate in a woman form, create of her own rapture, infinite, ultimate, not to be seen, not grasped, not even imaginable, but known of one, by virtue of that spell of thy sweet will toward him, thou unknown, untouched, grave mistress of the sunlight throne of thine own nature, known not even of me, thou some spark of woven eternity, immortal in this bosom, phosphor, paled, and in the grave started, the dread veiled, rose light of dawn, sun-shapen shown thy spears of love fall darting into myriad spheres, which I, the poet, called this light, that flower, this knowledge, that illumination, power this and love that, in vain, until thy beauty dawned, or beauty to be distilled into one drop of utmost dew, one name, coral as floral, one thin, subtle flame, fitted to a shaft of love, to pierce, to endue my trance-wrapped spirit with the avenue, perfect pleasures, radiating far, up and up yet to where thy sacred star burned in its brilliance. Thence the storm was shed, passion of great calm about this head no more of poets, since the dream of beauty gathered close into a stream of tingling light and gathering ever force from thine own love, its unextended source, came the magic utterance that makes me, dissolving self into the starless sea, makes one lake of molten joy, one pond, steady as light and hard as diamond, one drop, one atom of constraint intense, of elemental passion scorning sense, all the concentrated music that is I. Oh, hear me not, I die. I am born away in misery of dumb life, that would in words flash forth the holiest heaven, that to the immortal God of gods is given, tongue-tied stammers forth my wife, dumb with rapture of thy loveliness, all meters match and mingle all words. Poetry read by candidate John Kitover to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, a super borrower, a super spender, a super taxer, a COVID-19 vaccine, a liar, fraudster, scammer. Go to johnforcongress.com. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress leaves me moon-wrapped in waves of loveliness. O thine, O rose, O wrought of many a muse, in music, O thou strength of ecstasy, incarnate in a woman form, create of her own rapture, infinite, ultimate, not to be seen, not grasped, not even imaginable, but known of one, by virtue of that spell of thy sweet will toward him, thou unknown, untouched, grave mistress of the sunlight throne of thine own nature, known not even of me, but of some spark of woven eternity, mortal in this bosom, phosphating, paled, and in the grave started, to John Kitover to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, a super borrower, a super spender, a super taxer, a COVID-19 vaccine, a liar, fraudster, scammer. Go to johnforcongress.com. In vain the solemn stars pour the pale dews upon my trembling spirit. Their caress leaves me moon-wrapped in waves of loveliness. O thine, O rose, wrought of many a muse, in music, O thy sweet will toward him. Thou unknown, untouched, grave mistress of the sunlight throne of thine own nature, known not even of me, thou some spark of woven eternity, mortal in this bosom, phosphor paled, and in the grave started, the dread veiled, rose light of dawn, sun shapen shone thy spears, of love forth darting into myriad spheres, which I, the poet, called this light, that flower, this knowledge, that illumination, power this and love that, in vain until thy beauty dawned. Beauty to descend to one drop, what most do, one name, coral is floral, one thin sub. Okay, round two. This is ASMR sounds to defeat Darren the Hood, the borrower, the spender, the taxer, the COVID-19 vaccine liar. Go to johnforcongress.com. Thou knowest how I was blind, how for mere minutes thy pure presence was not, was ill-defined, a smudge across the mind, driveling in its brutal essence, hog wallowing in poetry, incapable of thee. Ah, when the minutes grew to hours, and yet the beast of fools saw the flowers and loved them, watched the moon rise, took delight in perfumes of the summer night, caught in the glamour of the sun, thought all the woe well won, how hours were days and all the misery abode all mine. O thou, didst thou regret? Wast thou asleep as I? Didst thou not love me yet? For no, the moon is not the moon until she hath the knowledge to fulfill her music, till she know herself the moon. So thou, so I, the stone unhewn, foursquare, the sphere of human hands immune, was not yet chosen for the corner piece and keystone of the royal arch of sex, and soul of the ultimate X. The virginal breeding breeze was yet of either unstirred, unspoken the great word. Then on a sudden we knew, from deep to deep reverberating, lightning unto lightning, cross the sundering, brightening abyss of sorrow's sleep, there shone the sword of love and struck and clove the intolerable veil, the woven chain of mail, prudence, self, called, and folly known to whom may know. Then, oh, sweet drop of dew, the limpid light rolled over and was lost in mine, and mine in thine. Peace, ye who praise, but disturb the shrine. This voice is evil over against the peace here in the west, the holiest, shaken and crossed the threads. Lachesis, woe fell from her hands, the pale divided strands were taken by the master hand. Eros, her evil thinkings cease, thy miracles begin. Eros, Eros, be silent, it is sin. thus to invoke the oracles of Ord, their iron gates to unclose, the gross, inhospitable warder of love's green garden of spice is well awake. Hell hath enough of her three-headed hound, but love's severer bound knows for his watcher a more fearful shape, a formidable ape, skilled by black art to mock the gods profound. Thou knowest how I was blind, how for mere minutes time your presence was not. Okay, this is round 3. Razamundi. This is ASMR Sounds by candidate Congressman John Kitover. Go to johnforcongress.com. In the abyss of underground, beware who hath entered hath no boast to make. Conscious Eden surlier breeds the snake. Be silent, oh, for silence sake. That asks the impossible. Smite, smite, profane adytum of pure light. Smite, but I must sing on. Nay, can the orison of myriad fools provoke the crowned with night, hidden beyond sound and sight in the mystery of his own high essence? Lo, rose of all the gardens of the world, did thy most sacred presence not fill the real? Then this voice were whirled away in the wind of its own folly, thrown into forgotten places and unknown. So I sing on. Sisters and wife, dear wife, light of my love and lady of my life, answer if thou canst from the unsullied place, veiling for one star wink thy bright face. Did we leave then once cognizant time for some fear to implant his poison? Did we hesitate, leave but one little chance to fate? For one swift second did we wait? There is no need to answer. God is God. A jealous God and evil, with his rod he smiteth fair and foul, and with his sword divideth tiniest atoms of intangible time, that men may know he is the Lord. Then with that sharp division did he divide our wits sublime, our knowledge bring to naught. We had no need of thought, we brought his malice in derision. So thine eternal petals shall enclose me, O most wonderful lady of delight, immaculate, indivisible circle of night, inviolate, invulnerable rose. The sound of my own voice carries me on. I am as a ship whose anchors are all gone, whose rudder is held by love, the indomitable, purposeful helmsman. Were his port high hell, who should be fool enough to care? Suppose hell's waters wash the memory of this rose out of my mind, what misery matters then? But if they leave it, all the woes of men are as pale shadows in the glory of that passionate splendor of love. Aye, my own voice, my own thoughts, these then must be the mutiny of some worm's misery. Go to johnforcongress.com. Hope you enjoyed this ASMR poem. This is part 4 or 5, actually. Okay, this is poetry by Candidate John. Okay, this is ASMR poetry by Candidate John. Okay, this is the next round. Here we go. This is your ASMR Sounds book. This is your ASMR Sounds book of poetry and NLP hypnosis by candidate Congressman John Kitover to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. My own voice, my own thoughts, these then must be the mutiny of some worm's misery, some chained despair, nodded into my flesh, some chance companion, some soul damned afresh. Since my redemption, that is vocal at all, for I am rapt away from light and call, in the sweetheart of the red rose, my spirit only knows this woman and no more. Who would know more? I am concentrate, in the unshakable state, constant rapture. Who should pour his ravings in the air for winds to whirl, far from the central pearl of all the diadem of the universe? Did God take pen, rehearse, dull nursery tales there not before? O rose, red rose, shall the beloved of thee, infinite rose, pen, puerile, poetry, that turns in writing to vile prose? Were this the quintessential plume of Keats and Shelley and Swinburne and Verlaine, could I outsoar them, all their lyric feats, excel their utterance vain, with one convincing rapture, beat them hollow, as an ass's skin wert thou Apollo. Mere slave to me, not lord, thy fieriest flight and stateliest shaft of light, thyself surpassing all were dull, and thou, O rose, soul sacred, wonderful, single in love and aim, double in form and name, triple in energy of radiant flame, forming all in all most beautiful, circle and sphere, perfect in every part, high above hope of art. Thou, be it said, thou art nowhere now, save in the secret chamber of my heart, behind the brass of my anonymous brow. I let the coward and slave who write, write on. He is no more harm to love than the grey snake who lurks in the dusk break. For the bare-legged village boy is to the sun, sire of life, the lover and the wife, immune, intact, ignore. The people here, then, be the people smitten of grey fear. It is no odds. I have seen the eternal gods sit starward in old Egypt by the Nile, the same calm pose, the inscrutable one smile on every lip alike. Time hath not had his will to strike. At them they abide, they pass through all. Though their most ancient names may fall, they stir not, are weary of life. For them, even as with us, life is but love. Mutiny, some worm's misery, some chain despair, loaded into my flesh. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this ASMR poetry by Candidate John. Guess not. Okay, this is your ASMR NLP hypnosis meditation session. Okay, this is your ASMR NLP Hypnosis by John Kitover, Canada Congressman, Illinois 16. Okay, this is round 5 or 6. We are reading The Rose of the World. This is NLP ASMR poetry. This is your ASMR NLP Hypnosis by Canada Congressman John Kitover. To defeat Darren LaHood, go to johnforcongress.com. I have seen the eternal gods, star wed in old Egypt by the Nile, same calm pose, the inscrutable wan smile of every lip alike. Time hath not had his will to strike at them. They abide, they pass through all. Though the most ancient names may fall, they stir not nor are weary of life. For with them, even as with us, life is but love. They know, we know. Let then the writings go, that in the very deed we do not know. It may be in the centuries of our life, since we were man and wife, there stirs some incarnation of that love, some rosebud in the garden of spices blows, some offshoot with the rose of the world, the rose of all delight, the rose of dew, the rose of love and night, the rose of silence, coverings as with a vesture, the solemn unity of things, beheld in the mirror of truth, the rose indifferent to God's gesture, the rose on moonlight wings that flies to the house of fire, the rose of honey and youth. Ah, no dim mystery of desire fathoms this gulf. No light invades the mystical musical shades of a faith in the future, a dream of the day when athwart the dim glades of the forest a ray of sunlight shall flash and the dew die away. Let there then be obscurity in this. There is an after rapture in the kiss. The fire, flesh, perfume, music, it outpaced all time, fly off. They are subtle. There abides a secret in most maiden taste. Salt is of the invisible tides of the molten sea of gold. Men may at times behold in the rayless scarab of the sinking sun, and out of that is one, hardly. With labor and pain they are as pleasure, the first flower of the garden, the stored treasure that lies at the heart's heart of eternity. This treasure is for thee. Oh, but shall hope arise in happiness? It may not be. My love is like a golden grape, the veins peep through the ecstasy of the essence of ivory and silk. Pearl, moonlight, mother milk, that is her skin. Its swift caress. Okay, hope you're enjoying this. We've got B Computer listening in for the AI recording and summations. Thank you, B Computer. Okay, this is round 7. Okay, damn, we back. We back. I can't believe how many motherfucking phones I got. Okay, this is part 7 or 8. Here we go. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading to you ASMR, NLP, poetry, hypnosis. Go to johnforcongress.com. Hope you enjoy. Oh, living rose, oh, dowered with subtle dew. Oh, love, the tiny eternities of time, caught between flying seconds, a well filled with the futilities of fragrant rhyme, in love's retort distilled, in sun rays of fierce loathing purified, in moon rays of pure longing tried, and gathered after many moons of labor into the compass of a single day, and wrought into continuous tune, one laughter with one languor for its neighbor, one thought of winter with one word of June, muddled, mixed in mere dismay, chiseled with the cunning chisel of despair, found wanting, well aware of its own fault, even insistent thereon, some fragrance rare stolen from my lady's hair, perchance redeeming now and then the distant, fugitive tunes. Ah, love, the hour is over. The moon is up, the vigil overpast. Call me to thee at last, O rose, O perfect miracle lover. Call me, I hear thee though it be across the abyss of the whole universe. Though not a sigh escape, delicious loss. Thou hardly a wish rehearse, the imperfection underlying ever the perfect happiness. Thou knowest that not in flesh lies the fair fresh delight of love, not in mere lips and eyes, the secret of these bridal ecstasies, since thou art everywhere, rose of the world, rose of the uttermost abode of glory, rose of the high host of heaven, mystic, rapturous rose, extreme passion glows. Deep in this breast, thou knowest and love knows, how every word awakes its own reward, in a thought akin to thee, a shadow of thee, and every tune evokes its musical lord, and every rhyme tingles and shakes in me the filaments of the great web of love. O roses far above in the garden of God's roses, sorrowless, thornless, passionate rose that lies full in the flood of its own sympathies and makes my life one tune that curls and closes on its own self-delight. A circle, never a line, safe from all wind, secure in its own pleasure house confined, mistress of all its moods, matchless, serene, and sacred amplitudes, of its own royal rapture, deaf and blind. Oh, endowed with subtlety. Holds off tiny eternities of time, caught between filled with the futilities of fragrant rhyme. Love's retort stilled, sun rays of fierce loathing pip. It's fine. Oh, it's fine. No, it's fine. No worries. I'm free now. Art Fuller's here. Keep your appetite. Oh, such a devilish poem. Okay, here we go. This is your ASMR NLP meditation hypnosis of poetry with candidate Congressman John Kitover running to defeat and unseat Terry Hood in the 16th district. Oh, rose, all roses far above, in the garden of God's roses, sorrowless, thornless, passionate rose that lies in full in the flood of its own sympathies, makes my life one tune that curls and closes on its own self-delight, a circle, never a line, safe from all wind, secure in its own pleasure house confined, mistress of all its moods, matchless, serene, in sacred amplitudes of its own royal rapture, deaf and blind to aught but its own mastery of song and light, shown ever as silence in deep night, secret as death and final. Let me long never again for aught. This great delight involves me, weaves me in its pattern of bliss, seals me with its own kiss, draws me to thee with every dream that glows, poet, each word, maiden, each burden of snows extending beyond sunset, beyond dawn. Oh, rose and violet, utterly withdrawn in the truth. This is truth. Love knows. Ah, rose of the world, rose, rose! This is called Rosa Inferni. Ha ha! John plucketh now at his rose to rid himself of a sorrow at heart. Lo, petal on petal, fierce rays unclose, anther on anther, sharp spikes outstart, and with blood for dew the bosom boils, and a gust of sulphur is all its smell. And lo, he is horribly in the toils of a cold black giant flower of hell. Browning, Heretic's Tragedy. Rose of the world, I love in that warm hour wet with your kisses, the bewitching bud flamed in the starlight. Then I bed your bower heave like the breast of some alluring flood, whereon a man might sleep forever, until death should surprise him. Kisses where he will into the last repose, profounder power than life could compass. Now I tax my skill to find another holier name, some flowers still red, but red with the ecstasy of blood. Dear love, dear wife, dear mother of the child whose fair famed features are a match for mine. Lurks there no secret where your body smiled, no serpent in the generous draught of wine? Did I guess all who guessed your life well given up to my kiss? Aha! The veil is riven. Beneath the smiling mask of a young bride, languorous, luscious, melancholy eyed. Beneath the gentle raptures, hints celestial of holy secrets, kisses like soft dew. God's roses, sorrowless, thornless, passionate rose that lies in full in the flood of its own sympathies. Concept John. This is your ASMR, NLP, Hypnosis Poetry, read by candidate Congressman John Kitover. Click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment right now on this magical, mystical poetry. This is called Rosa Inferni. Ha ha! John plucketh now at his rose to rid himself of a sorrow at heart. Lo, petal on petal, fierce rays unclose, another and another, sharp spikes outstart, and with blood for dew the bosom boils, and a gust of sulphur is all it smell. And lo, he is horribly in the toils of a cold black giant flower of hell. Rose of the world, I love, in that warm hour, wet with your kisses, the bewitched bud flamed in the starlight. Then our bed, your bower, heaved like the breast of some alluring flood, whereon a man might sleep forever, until death should surprise him, kiss his weary will into the last repose. Profounder power than life could compass. Now I text my skill to find another holier name, some flower still red, but red with the ecstasy of blood. Dear love, dear wife, dear mother of the child whose fair faint features are a match for mine, lurks there no secret where your body smiled, no serpent in the generous draught of wine? Did I guess all, who guessed your life well given up to my kiss? Ha! The veil is riven. Beneath the smiling mask of a young bride, languorous, luscious, melancholy-eyed, beneath the gentle raptures, hints celestial of holy secrets, kisses like soft dew, beneath the amorous mystery I view, the surer shape, a visage grim and bestial, a purpose sly and deadly, a black shape, a tiger snarling or a grinning ape, resolved by every devilish device upon my murder. This I clearly see. Now you are for an hour away from me. I see it once, no need to tell me twice. Some Yankee yelled, I take it to a rhyme. You can't fool all the people all the time. So he of politics, so I of love. I am a many folk, let Buddha prove. Many a month you fooled a lot of us. Your spell is cracked within the ring. Behold, how Christ, with clay worth more than any gold, cleared the man's eyes. So the blind amorous is blinded with the horror of the truth. He sees this moment, foolish prostitute. You slacked your kiss upon the sodden youth, and some excess of confidence, decay of care to hold him. Can I tell you which? Down goes the moon. One sees the howling bitch.
This is called Rosette Third. Ha! John.
Some Yankee yelled. I tag it to a rhyme. You can't fool all the people all the time. So he of politics, so I of love. I am a many folk. Let Buddha prove. Many a month you fooled the lot of us. Your spell is cracked within the ring. Behold, how Christ with clay worth more than any gold cleared the man's eyes. So the blind amorous is blinded with the horror of the truth. He sees this moment, foolish prostitute. You slacked your kiss upon the sodden youth in some excess of confidence, decay of care to hold him. Can I tell you which? Down goes the moon. One sees the howling bitch, the salmon you had hooked in fin and gill. You reel unskillfully, he darts away. Alas, you devil, but you hold me still. Oh, first and fairest of earth's darling daughters, how could I sing you? You have always seemed unto the saucy driveler as he dreamed, like a rich sunset seen on tropic waters. Your eyes effulgent from 1,000 slaughters look tenderly upon me. All the red raving round you like a glory shed upon the excellent wonder of your head, the blue all mixed within your marvelous eyes. The gold a curtain of their harmonies, as in master canvas of Darin, ever central glowed, the royal sun, a miracle cartouche upon the edge of the opalescent waters slantwise seen. This oval sealed with grave magnificence stamped you, my queen. Thus looked your lips to one who stood a casual on life's slippery ledge. Blind bat hanged from the tree of sense, head downward, gorged with sweet banana juice, indifferent to, incapable of aught beyond these simple reflexes. Is thought, even the highest thought, of any use? We are not discussing metaphysics now. See below the beautiful low brow, too low too for cunning, like enough your lips. Scarlet splash of murder, from them drips this heart's blood. You have fed your fill on me, I am exhaust, a pale wine phantom floating aimless in air, in which I am thinner. You I see more brilliant of that sanguine hue, if anything be true that I can see. I fucking got complaints about me. This is your ASMR mystical NLP hypnosis experience with candidate Congressman John Kitover. Hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and please leave me a comment if you enjoy this mystical NLP poetry to defeat Terry Hood in the 16th district. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover. We are not discussing metaphysics now. I see below the beautiful low brow. Low, too, for cunning, like enough. Your lips a scarlet splash of murder. From them drips this heart's blood. You have fed your fill on me. I am exhaust, pale, wan, phantom floating, aimless in air, than which I am thinner. You I see more brilliant, of that sanguine hue, if anything be true that I can see. Full fed, you smile. A smile obscenely gloating on the voluptuous wreck your lust hath wrought. See the loose languor of precipitate thought. These versicles exhale. How rude the rhyme! There is no melody. The tune and time are broken. 13 centuries ago they would have said, alas, the youth we know, this devil hath from him plucked the immortal soul. I say, you have dulled my centers of control. If you were with me, I were blind to this, ready to drain my arteries for your kiss, feel your grasp tighten round my ribs until you crush me in the ecstasies that kill. Being away and breathing icy air, I am half lover, caring not to care, half man again, a mere terrestrial ball, thus breaking up a spiritual thrall. My philosophers, half man may yet determine to get back manhood, shake the tree from bats, to change the trope a shade, get rid of vermin, by using William Shakespeare's rough on rats. Ah, love, dear love, sole queen of my affection. Guess you not yet have wheel of thoughts is spun, how out of dawn's tumultuous dejection, and not from noon springs up the splendid sun. Not till the house is swept and garnished well rise 7 other devils out of hell. This is the circle as the manhood rises, and laughter and rude rhyme engage my pen as I stalk forth a man among mere men. The balance changes, oh my wit surprises, that I who saw the goblins in your face, that I who cursed you for the murderous whore, licking up life as a cat laps its milk, now see you for a dream of youth and grace, relume the magic aura that begirt you, bless you for purity and life a store, an ever-running fountainhead of virtue to heal my soul and buckler it and harden. The body is like ivory and silk, your lips are like the poppies in the garden, your face is like a wreath of flowers to crown me, your eyes are wells wherein I long to drown me. We're not discussing metaphysics now. You see below the beautiful low brow, low too for cunning, like enough. Your lips scarlet splash of murder. From them drips this heart's blood. You have fed your fill on me. Rosa and Fanny. This is your ASMR mystical poetry reading session to defeat Darren Hood in the 16th District by candidate Congressman John Kitover. Click that like button, share, subscribe, and comment now. This is Rosa and Fanny. This is the circle as the manhood rises, and laughter and rude rhyme engage my pen as I stalk forth, man among mere men. The balance changes, all my wit surprises, that I who saw the goblins in your face, that I who cursed you for the murderous whore, licking up life as a cat laps its milk, now see you for a dream of youth and grace, relume the magic aura that begirt you, bless you for purity and life, a store, an ever-running fountainhead of virtue, to heal my soul and buckler it and harden. Your body is like ivory and silk, your lips are like the poppies in the garden, your face is like a wreath of flowers to crown me, your eyes are wells wherein I long to drown me, your hair is like a waterfall above me, a waterfall of sunset. In your bosom I hear the racing of a heart to love me. Your blood is beating like a wind-blown blossom, with rapture that you mingle it in mine. Your breath is fresh as foam and keen as wine. Intoxicating glories are your glances. Your bodily beauty grips my soul and dances. Its maddening measures in my heart and brain. Is it that so the wheel may whirl again? Some dull devil in my ear may show me, for John the Baptist's head so danced Salome. Then in God's name forbear, it does not matter. Life, death, strength, weakness are but idle chatter. Nothing is lost or gained, we know too well. But heaven they balance us an equal hell. We discard both, an infinite universe remains, we sum it up, an infinite curse. So am I man? I lack my wife's embrace. Am I outworn? I see the harlot's face. Is the love better and the knowledge worse? Shall I seek knowledge and count love disgrace? Where is the profit in so idle strife? The love of knowledge is the hate of life. Thanks for listening. Go to johnforcongress.com. This is candidate Kitover, the 16th District, reading poetry to defeat Darren the Hood. That was called Rosa and Fernie. Up next is La Tentation de Saint Antoine, and then Le Pensoir. After that, we'll be reading Ikari and Mort d'Adonis, then The Cannibals, and then A Saldama, A Place to Bury Strangers, in a philosophical poem. And finally, we get to Jezebel. Oh my God, after Jezebel, we finally get to an appeal to the American Republic. called La Tentation de Saint Antoine. In mystic dolor rapt, the ascetic turns his vague, untutored thought to love, and sees himself exalted at the amber knees of God the Father. His bowed forehead burns with chastity's white star. The spirit yearns more keenly from the abyss, yet God, are these subtle star sparks of spirit chastities? These deep set shivering saint nor sage discerns. Laughter and love are over him entice, his life to sweeter scent of sacrifice. She knows God's will, not he. Her ardor licks flowers from the dust. O fool, that heavy of breath dost rot and worship at the shrine of death. O mystic rapture of the crucifix. This is called Le Penseur. Blind agony of thought, who turns his pen or brush or leer to art, shall see in this the symbol of his battle against men. For men, the picture of the torturing bliss of his necessity, sits clutched and closed into himself the adept of wizard thought. Gripped in his own embrace he sits, keen nosed, the invisible bloodhounds ache upon the slot. Soon, soon they are on him, soon the fangs of hate. The sharp teeth of the infinite are in him. Shall love, or fame, or gold those pangs abate? What siren with smooth voice and breast shall win him? Never a one, be sure. In serene awe, the thinker formulates eternal law. This is called Icarus. Icarus cries, my love is robed in light and splendor of the summits of the sun. Wing, O my soul, thy plumed caparison through 90 million miles of space beyond sight. At most imagination's eagle flight outsoar, but he, by his own force undone, his peacock pinions molten one by one, falls to black earth through the impassive night. Lo! From uprushing earth arises love ardent and secret, scented with the night. Amorous, ready, sing the awakening bliss that catches him from the inane above, hurled, nay, drawn down, what uttermost delight dawns in that death. Icarus and Gaia kiss. Okay, this is my last set of poems for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've enjoyed. Here we go. Mort the Adonis. Okay, this is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading NLP, Mystical Hypnosis, Poetry. This is meditation to defeat Darren LaHood. Go to johnforcongress.com to defeat the super power, super spender, super taxer, super liar, super scammer, super frauder, Darren LaHood. Vote for John Kitover, the 16th district. This is called Mort the Adonis. Adonis dies. Imagination hears the hoarse, harsh breathing of the ill-nurtured boar. Venus bends low, half mother and half whore, whole murderess of boys' budhood. Fall, black fears, aye, through her widowed, her unwedded tears, foolish filial appeal, restore, O Father Zeus, his tender life once more. Falls the balked hope of 500,000 years. She in her gloom and ignorance will go, forlorn to Paphos, wrapped in urgent woe, her hair funereal, swathing her fallen form, its wind-swept horror holding him, his white torn body blushing through tempestuous night. So breaks the life in hell, the year in storm. This is called The Cannibals. All night no change, no whisper, scarce a breath, but lips closed hard upon the cup of death to drain its sweetest poison. Scarce sigh beats the dead hours out, scarce a melody of measured pulses quickened with the blood, that desire which pours its deadly flood through soul and shaken body, scarce a thought, but sense through spirit most divinely wrought, to perfect feeling only through the lips. Electric ardor kindles, flashes, slips, through all the circle to her lips again, and thence unwavering flies to mine, to drain all pleasure in one draught. No whispered sigh, no change of breast, love's posture perfectly once gained, we change no more. The fever grows, hotter or cooler, as the night wind blows, fresh gusts of passion on the outer gate, but we, in waves of frenzy, concentrate our thirsty mouths on that hot drinking cup, whence we may never suck the nectar cup. Too often or too hard, fresh fire invades our furious veins, and the unquiet shades of night make noises in the darkened room. Yet did I raise my head throughout the gloom, I might behold thine eyes as red as fire, a tigress maddened with supreme desire, white arms that clasp me, fervent breast that glides, an eager snake about me, breast and sides, teeth keen to bite, red tongue that never tires, and lips ensanguined with unfed desires. hope you enjoyed this poetical reading this morning, this meditation. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. Thanks, everybody. It's candidate John Kitover. Go to johnforcongress.com. Okay, B Computer, thanks for listening. Please give me top 100 insights ranked by importance in the app. Thanks, B Computer. Bye. Okay, I'm also going to end all these X spaces. This is Candidate John. Thanks, everybody. Go to johnforcongress.com to donate to join this campaign to defeat Darren LaHood. Okay, bye, Clubhouse. This has been ASMR NLP Hypnosis Meditation Session by John Kitover. Thanks. He's gonna goon to us. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the live version. It's Canada John. Go to John.